Detroit police officer is considered a hero to many, but new allegations against one of the city's finest now has Officer Earl Anderson Jr. facing charges of sex crimes against a child.
Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack has more on the text messages that were allegedly found on a stepdaughter's phone.
It gets even worse. It wasn't just any police officer. It's the 12-year-old little girl's stepdad, apparently been with her mom for the last 5 years. What do you say to this guy if he was standing right here?
I'd just be disgusted.
Cannot blame him one bit. His daughter, a 12-year-old girl, a 6th grader, nearly falls prey to a predator, her own stepdad.
I'm thankful that I caught it so soon because it could have been worse.
The girl's biological dad, Brandon Harris, outing the Detroit police officer on social media this week, sharing the messages that 37-year-old Earl Anderson,
The Detroit police officer is
Anderson allegedly sent at 2 a.m. last month.
I'm gonna treat you like you're grown. That's what really got me, and delete these messages and just grooming.
Anderson apparently telling the girl he'd treat her like she was a grown-up, urged her to find secret ways to chat with him, and repeatedly told her to delete the messages, specifically so her dad didn't see. The little girl didn't bite, actually just the opposite, handing over the messages to her aunts.
She just felt like something was off, and I really salute her. Like I said, I thank her every day, still now.
And then Brandon went to Detroit police. The chief there, Todd Bettison, tells Fox 2 Anderson was suspended immediately, and they're working to get him off the payroll as soon as possible. What do you want the lesson to be for parents?
Just be aware, check the phones.
Anderson charged with 1 count of accosting a child for immoral purposes and given a whopping $200,000 cash bond. Anderson allegedly set bond. His daughter will eventually have to face him in court.
She got some anger building her, but she just walking around with a smile on her face.
Now, Brandon Harris does have another daughter, a 10-year-old little girl who was around Anderson, but we're told there has not been any inappropriate contact uncovered. Now, Warren police, they do want to know if there's more victims out there. Jessica Dupnack on The Edge.
Okay. This is why I used to want a little girl when I was early on, before I had any kids. I wanted a girl, and I wanted a girl because I felt like they could be. I always admired the stigma of daddy's little girl, of daddy's girl, of a daddy's girl. Nobody really loves their dads like a daughter does, and I always wanted a daughter because I considered them I just wanted to nurture and just provide for and just be able to really just love my daughter. And, God saw fit to give me 3 boys instead. And reading cases like this and hearing about cases like this, I am so glad that I didn't, because I don't know what I would have done if I was that father and in his shoes, having found that my daughter was receiving these messages from not only an officer of the law and who's supposed to be a part of law enforcement and is supposed to be here to help and protect and serve people like that little girl, but to also find out that he was the stepfather in a position for several years to take advantage of, to watch, to groom, and to really just do whatever he wanted to do. Who knows what types of things that he was into or that he had done or he was able to accomplish being so close to that little girl over those years. And kudos to that father for checking that phone and for even just teaching his daughter to have the wherewithal to recognize when something is off and something doesn't make sense, because she took that and she took it right to her daddy. Like, listen, look, I got something that doesn't really, something is off. It feels weird. He's acting weird. And I got these weird messages. So it's really a sense of great parenting that I'm sure that he feels now. And imagine what the mother is feeling. I'm pretty sure she is racked right now with all kinds of guilt over this entire situation, because she now has to deal with the fallout and backlash. And I'm sure she's wondering herself, I've had this dude and he's been around my daughters because because he said it was a 10-year-old as well, but he's been around my daughters for X amount of years. You know, they said he was married for 5 years, that he's been with the mom. So that's 5 years worth of possible damage that you have to think about. Now, I pulled up this other article here because we actually have the text messages in a transcript. So here is, they said, investigators said Anderson sent numerous sexualized messages to the child during late night and early morning hours. They said he deleted the text and told the girl to do the same, but they recovered the deleted messages, which matched what the parent had told them. Anderson was arrested Monday without incident. Of course, they're going to continue to investigate the electronics and see if there are any other victims, because now with this case being blown open, you have to wonder who else has this dude been in proximity of where he could have possibly taken advantage of underage girls. He is being held on a $200,000 bond. And if he's released, he must wear a GPS tether, but I don't even think he should be released. He's obviously a monster in the making. But let's go down here. It says probable cause conference is scheduled for 8:45. No. We want to get to here we go. So here's the transcript right here. Here are the text conversations from that post. It's unclear in what order the conversations happen, but they tried their best to put it into context, so I will read it as they have it posted here. Here's the first conversation shown in the post. Girl, playing game with my friend, Anderson. What game y'all playing? Girl, Roblox. Anderson, oh, you should play the Sims free play game with me. It's fun. Girl, oh, that game never works for me. Anderson, why? You can date, family, party, and more on there. Girl, glitch. Anderson, damn. I was hoping you stayed another day. Why you leave? Wow. See what I mean? Girl, had to for school. Anderson, wow. Anderson, are you okay with me texting you this late? Girl, sure, I guess. Here's the second conversation shown in the post. Anderson, oh, well, you looked good. It's not even a question of whether or not this is grooming or not. It's just a question of how much time should this piece of shit serve. Girl, is someone up? I'm assuming right here she names someone who is closely attached to either her family or his family. But he responds, says she knocked out. She could have even been talking about her mom right here, is asking her, is she up? He responds anyway and says she knocked out. Girl says, oh. Then the girl asks, where's somebody else? Anderson responds and says, sleep too. Girl says, oh. Anderson says, you been okay though? Girl says, yes. Anderson says, all right. If you want to keep texting, you will have to keep our conversation between me and you on some friendly type stuff. Girl responds and says, my dad goes through my phone, and sends a shrugging emoji, as he should. Great dad. Anderson says, oh, LOL. Well, delete these messages. If you figure something out, let me know, Z. We going to take a trip soon. Girl says, how? Anderson says, you need a second phone? Girl says, no, I got an iPad. Anderson says, your iPad is connected to your iPhone, so your message can be seen. Create a new text now number or something. I don't know. But delete these messages from your trash. Let me know when you create a safe line to text you on. Wow. Girl, I made a new account, ACC, on my iPad. Now, here's the third conversation shown in the post. Scroll down a little bit. Anderson, what type of dance? Girl, Valentine dance. Anderson, you got a date? Girl, nope, I'm going with my friends. Anderson, cool. You can be real with me. I don't care if you curse or be yourself. I won't tell your people. Anderson, I'm going to treat you like you're grown. You're mature enough. Jesus Christ, man. This is fucking horrific. Girl, okay. Anderson, how you feel about that? Girl, ALRT, which I'm assuming she stands for all right. Here's the fourth conversation shown in the post. Anderson, I'm confused. Can your people look into your iPad? Girl, what you mean? Anderson, can your people see your messages on your iPad? Girl, what people? Anderson, your dad, grandma. Girl, my dad goes through every one of my devices. Good. Good for dad. Good for dad. And good for her. Anderson, oh, if you find a safe way for us to text, let me know. But make sure you delete all these text messages, even in your messages trash. Nice talking to you, though. And then the father went on to post a message to Facebook after he found these alleged messages. And this is what he had to say. Y'all see what this looked like? Tell me what it looks like to you. But I've been holding this in for about a week and some change, but I can't no more. It's been on my mind real heavy. I took the proper precautions, went to the police and everything. It's a waiting game. And it only seems like when you put things on the internet, that's when things get handled. But this man thought it would be okay to text my 12-year-old daughter at 2 in the morning on this type of time. And the craziest part about it is he's your Detroit's finest. He's a police officer, which he swore an oath to protect and serve, but he's not standing on that. I don't do this internet stuff at all, but what's wrong is wrong, and he knows better. Well, I thought so. My daughter not knowing what type of time he was on, so that's why she was texting back, thinking he was being normal. But she feels something was very off, so she sent the message to her auntie, which I am proud, very proud of my daughter for even knowing something wasn't right. I assure her every day moving forward she did the right thing, and I'm proud of her. He just don't understand how uncomfortable and unsafe he made my daughter feel. I can't imagine. This situation could have been a lot worse. I'm just putting awareness out here because it ain't no telling who he all did this to. Pretty much he was grooming my daughter, and I don't like that. And I'm glad she sees me taking this situation very seriously to ensure her that I'm here for her and I got her back. That man does not deserve a badge. And a fucking man to that. I hope they prosecute this clown and this nasty nigga to the fullest extent of the law. Anyway, you all let me know what you think about this case down in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Later.